Hey guys, PDC back here for another replay narration, and this time we are going to be doing a Smogon Superstars tournament game narration of me versus a rather infamous name, Kevin Garrett. Now, we did play a Battle of 3 in X and Y and Black and White, but sadly the Black and White one did not save, and I will be probably posting the XYOU one as well. But I won Black and White, so I did win the series. But sadly, he left and I left, and I didn't stay in and claim the timer, so I could have saved the game. It would have been pretty cool. It was a pretty nice game. It was basically me sweeping him with Reuniclus and Sub-DD Dragonite. But, anyway, I hope you guys are going to enjoy this game. This is DPP, so there's no team preview. And I'd say it was a pretty good game. So, yeah, let's get this thing started. There's no initial really consensus or anything that I can really do that analyzes his team, because he has, you know, no preview. So let's just get it right into the bat. I'm gonna go ahead and send out my Flygon. Also, this is my boy August's team, and he's gonna go ahead and send out Crobat. Now he's gonna go ahead and U-turn out, and I'm gonna go ahead and do the same. I was debating whether or not to outrage here because I am choice banned, but I didn't want him to go out to something like Skarmory here, so I decided to just go for the U-turn. But I do get a lucky crit, and you'll see that does come in handy later, as Swampert is an annoying Pokemon to the team, and it's good to have at least a little more weakened. I go out to my Roserade, and this is, I believe this was a double spike Roserade, as in toxic spikes and regular spikes, but he's going to go and switch out to his Crobat, which is a pretty good switch in the Roserade, and I'm going to go ahead and get up a layer of spikes. It's always good to have hazards up against a team like Kevin is using, because his team obviously has a lot of U-turning, and if I can keep pressure on his spinner, then I will probably be able to come out victorious. And his spinner, I already knew the team right from the bat because I actually have the team he's using. His spinner is Fortress. Now, Fortress, normally, you know, I guess he thought this was like a regular Combine Jirachi or something, but actually no, because I set up Stealth Rock, so it's not Combine. He maybe thought I was like I don't know, just like a bulkier variant or something, but I do have Fire Punch here, and he is going to be able to spin away my hazard, but not without his spinner being very badly damaged, and probably going to prevent him from ever spinning again, just because of how low it is. And the rest of my team hits it pretty hard, so Fortress is not going to get a chance to set up its own layers or really spin away mine. I'm going to take the opportunity as he switches out, and I'm going to go ahead and Stealth Rock again. Now, with another layer, you know, with rocks back on the field, this once again puts pressure on him. Fortress and Crobat especially, well, Crobat especially. Fortress, I just want to weaken so nothing is going to be able to miss out a KO on it. Basically, what I'm trying to do here is keep hazards on the field and keep pressure on and keep hazards off my own. I guess I'm a bit obsessive about that. But I go to my Starmie. This is a physically defensive Starmie, so I'm not going to be taking much from Earthquake. So, you know, I'm not really that concerned with what Swampert's going to do to me. He does have Protect, though, so that does mean he's probably going to be able to heal up in between my Surf, so Rapid Spin's going to be annoying. Because this is not a strong Starmie. This is just a defensive, bulky version, so I'm not really going to be doing that much damage in return. But I'm going to go ahead and try to get rid of these hazards eventually. I actually forget the sequence in which I do. I know he protects a lot, and it's really just a mind game of when he is and when he isn't. I'm going to try to get rid of the hazards now. And, of course, you know, I keeps on going like this. This is not the most exciting part of the game where he just protects over and over. But he does go out to his Rotom Wash. And I predict him then to go to his anti-spinner here. And I go for the Surf. Now, from that damage, you know, judging from how much the Surf did, I'm like, okay, this is probably a Scarf Rotom, and it makes sense too, because he would need a Revenger on a team like this, which isn't exactly going to be having something like Skarmory or, something just to physically block all the setup sweepers. So something like Rotom Wash is going to be pretty good against things like Lucario or Gyarados, stuff like that, which threaten his team. I do have a Tyranitar, though, and I am going to pursue him and kill him. Rotom Wash is the only thing really stopping me from getting a spin if I really want to just go for it. So Rotom Wash being dead, and that being one of the main offensive presences on his team, although it really wasn't going to do much to my team regardless, is pretty good. He goes into his Fortress here, hoping that I am Scarf Tyranitar, but I am not, and instead I am Lum. At this point, I'm really in a good situation here. Also, actually, no, I'm expert belt Tyranitar. I always get it, confused because most people use Lumberry nowadays, but I'm using expert belt. Although I kind of need to switch to the Lum because I believe I do have Crunch on it as well. So that way I can actually beat more defensive Rotom Wash easier. But I'm gonna go ahead and switch out to my Jirachi with the Lumberry and tank the Sleep Powder as he goes into his Venusaur. Now, that was pretty good, as I do not want something to get slept, and Jirachi, it's not really that valuable, although it is a decent enough switch into things like Venusaur and Crobat, and Venusaur is getting ignored by the Sand and the Stealth Rocks, so that's pretty good. Swampert is once again back to a little weakened state, and I'm going to go ahead and go out to my own Starmie. Now, it's kind of hard to beat the Swampert, because he can set up rocks, and he has Protect, and he can still do a decent amount with Earthquake, and with Sand, that makes it a little harder for me to tank it consecutively. But I'm going to go ahead and go for the cover, and Kevin is playing rather well here. He's playing his cards right. He's going with an Earthquake, but he's not really going to ever be able to break me because I do have a cover, but it is annoying as Swampert is healing up. Now, I could, of course, go ahead and maybe get a double out. If I force Swampert out, I can go back to maybe Flygon and then 2-KO it because, I don't know, he doesn't really have anything to tank a CB Outrage here. But at this point, I'm pretty comfortable in just playing recover games with Starmie. And I do want to keep Starmie healthy, as you've seen if you watch my Smogon Tour game versus Jan Sochking, Starmie is an MVP against any team. The only time Starmie does nothing is if you're playing something like, I don't know, Rainstall with Chansey or something like that, and you have like a Life Orb Starmie. Actually, then again, Starmie's good against every team. I don't know why people don't use it more in Gen 6. I honestly think it'd be pretty cool with Analytic Hydro Pump, but that's just me. I'm going to go ahead and go for the Surf, and I get a crit on Venusaur, and I do weaken it a little. I don't think that really mattered that much, but then again, I think I did get a little lucky later on. I'm going to go ahead and switch out to my Jirachi again. I don't really have that much of a use for Jirachi, and he's going to go ahead and go for a Sleep Powder. Now, right here is the beginning of the end. He sleeps my Jirachi, and he realizes that he doesn't really have much hope of beating me. So, I'm going to go ahead and switch out again. Go to my Roserade Henrietta. I don't know where August got these nicks. I assume it's just girls he slept with. But, hey, I mean, that's just me. He's going to go ahead and go for a Leech Seed, and it's going to, obviously do nothing. Roserade is going to be able to get up another hazard if I want to. But instead, I choose to go for the Hidden Power Fire. Venusaur has no way of really beating Roserade at this point. His Hidden Power Fire is not going to be able to 2-KO me. And Roserade is really just expendable at this point. Venusaur is getting weakened, and Crobat is the only thing that I know that can handle this thing on his team. I kill the Venusaur. It's obvious that he's probably going to be going to his Crobat here. Probably going to U-turn out, but I don't really want to risk it, as just in case I really do need Roserade to break Swampert, I'm going to keep it. Of course, Crobat comes in. I'm going to go ahead and go out to my Jirachi. And it is sleeping. This is why I'm just, kind of foddering it off. What I did not expect for him is to have a last Pokemon that can kind of sweep my team. And you're going to see something, that in my opinion, it kind of scared me a bit as soon as I saw it. He goes ahead and brings out a Tyranitar. Now, I know this team, and I know he already had Scarf Rotom Wash, so I did not expect him to have another Scarf Pokemon. I did not expect to be Scarf Tyranitar, and that belief is confirmed after I see his leftovers. And I can only think of one set that has really leftovers, and that is Cursed Tyranitar. I go ahead and go for the Iron Head, and it does not flinch here. He goes for the Curse, and I'm like, wait a minute, what if he gets really lucky and I just don't flinch him? Although then again, he is going to be forced to rest, and I would go to my Smogon and probably just Earthquake him away. And actually, it wouldn't matter anyway, at all, because I do crit him there, and he's, complaining really one turn, and then I crit him, and he leaves. But I'm going to explain why that did not matter at all. You see, my last Pokemon, which I did not reveal, is actually a Scarf Lucario. Scarf Lucario would have, even if it was at like +2, it probably would have just dismantled it with a close combat. It's 4 times effective, and he's going to be forced to switch, and he would have to go to, probably Crobat or something like that, and he would be, once again, in trouble. He was no real way, he was in no position really to win that, even if I did not get the crit, even if I did not wake up there. I think I wasn't only asleep for one turn. I think it was for maybe two, I think. I'm not sure. But regardless, there was really no way he could have won that there, even if I did not wake up, and even if I did not crit, because one, CB Flygon probably would have been able to handle it regardless, and two, if I had to, I could have just went to, actually, I would have just went to Scarfluke and close combated it. So that was a good game, Kevin. I'm sure a lot of you know his name. He won Smogon Tour a little while back, and I did beat him out. I believe he is like the 14th seed now. I'm the 13th. So I was able to qualify even after giving a win to Ojama and getting hacked by Kale in the final round, which was really annoying. But regardless, good game, man. I am going to be uploading some more Smogon Superstars games as time goes on. And if you do not know what Smogon Superstars is, it is a tournament where the most recognized and the best tournament players are invited to play. You can't just join. You have to have like an application if you sign up later if you're not invited. You have to be invited to join the tournament. And I was invited, so I figured, you know, I'm going to be playing some pretty good players. This isn't just going to be like some randoms and stuff like that, so why not post it? And I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. I thought it was a pretty good game, and I know not everyone here likes DPP, but I do. It's one of my favorite tiers. I always think it's entertaining to watch, because the teams are just, you know, you don't see like the same monotone teams you see in XY or Black and White. DPP, you just shake it up a lot. There's so much to use, and it's a really fun metagame, and I hope that all you that join in Black and White or even XY do try out DPP. But anyway, up next in the coming days, I will be uploading a game against Detroit Loycat once I play that. Lolcat, LOL cat, I don't know, for the Underused Open for Grand Slam Round 1. I don't play Underused at all, really, but I mean, why not get into it? So I'm going to be playing him eventually, and yeah, I hope you guys are going to enjoy that. It is going to be XY Underused, so you're going to see a little variety in tournament matches. What I also am going to be doing soon is probably uploading some more Pokemon Showdown lives and stuff like that. I promise I will do that eventually. I don't really know, you know, what tier to ladder, so if you guys could leave something in the comment section, you know, what tier you want to see me ladder in on Pokemon Showdown, that would be pretty cool. Just don't do something really wacky, like some strange ass tier with like fucking Hackmuns. I never will play that. I think that's kind of dumb, but anyway, at least I do. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please subscribe, like, and comment. Share the video. Like I said, I want to reach 500 by the end of August, so if you guys could do that, that'd be really awesome. I know I'm a smaller channel, but hopefully I'll get up there eventually. But anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.